We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Washington football team and the Atlanta Falcons. The bye weeks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
Gurley, the ball carrier.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They run. It's Gurley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
On first down, it's Gurley. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Chase Young on the tackle.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Trubisky. It's complete. This is Todd Gurley. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Back to the ground game here. Gurley. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. All day, dog.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Trying to disrupt Julio Jones there, the intended target. A little too close, got the flag thrown.
I'm not sure anyone can cover Julio Jones one-on-one for very long without getting their share of pass interference calls. His size, his speed, his physicality makes it almost impossible to do.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Gurley. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
The ball carrier.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
They go play action. Trubisky. They'll roll him out right. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. Extra point attempt here still to come. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead.
The score, Falcons 7, Washington 0. Sterling Hoffrichter to kick off for the Falcons.
Now following the touchdown, Hoffrichter to kick off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Not going anywhere to start the night. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. It shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Well, a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10.
45-yard line.
A About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
Gain on the stop.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to pile that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Throwing here, Trubisky. A very quick pass to Ridley. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
It's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Watch the pass. Rush in, rush in, rush in. He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Crash, crash. Check. Check hot, hot, hot.
They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
On the carry.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Trubisky. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
Check 15, check 15. Switch, switch, switch.
Here's Gurley now out of the gun. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day. Slam. Check, check. Lucky. 36. Chip. Good move.
Now Gurley. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. 3rd down, turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Now it's Gurley. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Tackle made at the 5-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
first quarter with the score Falcons 7, Washington 0.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Here's Gurley. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2.
Watch the screen. Check 26, check 26. Joker. Alert.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be 2nd and goal.
At the 5-yard line.
What we got? Mark 50. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. Red, up. Mike's 50.
Now Trubisky to throw. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
3rd and goal.
Get up, 180. Here we go, let's bring it. Let's bring it. 55.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. And that will be taken in by Ridley for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons will extend their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Now following the touchdown, Richter to kick off.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0 to score as they regroup with 1st and 10. Now a give right side. It's Gibson, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to make the tackle.
3 brings up 2nd and 7.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. Men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Oh, and they had it stopped short of the first, but a penalty marker down. And that looked like a clear face mask to me. So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10.
It's just me and you. 45 tonight, 45 tonight. Not nice,
They'll run here with Mack. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory.
He's across.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll try the left side. Gibson. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and about 4 more for 1st.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd. From the shotgun, it's Fitzpatrick. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line.
10 yards there, good for a Washington 1st down.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And a short gain down to about the 33. Foyesade Oluwakan made the tackle there from his safety position.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Play fake, it's Fitzpatrick. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
To Steven Sims.
A really nice gain of 25 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to...
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown.
Touchdown.
Antonio Gibson.
Touchdown number 15 on the year.
And Washington able to make this a close game again.
And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score Falcons 14, Washington 7.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
But I can't go. No, I can't go.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
It really becomes a tale of two play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything's working pretty well for the defensive
What's going on the defensive side?
That's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his guys just to make a big play and disrupt things.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. From the 31, Trubisky. He'll drop this underneath to Gurley, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. A slant to Jones. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Yet another carry here tonight for Gurley. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Mike 50. In the face.
Here's Trubisky to throw. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. Touchdown, Falcons! Calvin Ridley with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now under 100 yards of total offense. And he'll find Hall. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Fitzpatrick now to throw on first down. Slings this deep from McLaurin, and that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
All right, I need you to check my eyes here. This entire unit defensively, I think, has looked really strong in the first half, especially in the secondary. They've been cohesive, fast to the football. We just saw another example arriving there to help knock that one away.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. From the gun, Fitzpatrick. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Now a timeout.
It's a gain.
7 seconds left in the first half.
First down, Washington.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
From the red zone now, Fitzpatrick. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action.
Good call, baby.
So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 44.
But that one is going to sting. First play of the 3rd quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this 3rd quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
Now a handoff for Gurley. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Ran, go. We gotta get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Ball.
Now it's Trubisky. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
On 1st and goal, Gurley. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
He was brought down at the 4.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Another try on 2nd down with Gurley. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. Deuce. Blue. 18. Check Mike 50. Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50.
Here's Trubisky. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
1st and 10.
That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw or maybe the ball's tipped or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Complete.
That's good for 28 yards.
A 28.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. To throw is Fitzpatrick. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. He was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
On 2nd down, it's Gibson, and he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Brought down by Dion.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. Fitzpatrick now from the 50. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
Intercepted.
Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. After the interception, here's Trubisky. This one caught by Ridley. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 25 yards that time. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. On the handoff, it's Gurley. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. Again, they run with Gurley. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
Jonathan.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
You can't block me. You can't block me. Hey, check. Lock 50, lock 50. It's a party now.
Off the play fake, here's Trubisky. Finding his target, it's Ward. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Here we go, D. Get off the field. 50's the mark. 50's the mark. I'm here all day. Hey, ball.
Now it's Trubisky. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. He's at the 50. The 30. The 20.
And he will bring this one back. It is a pick six for a Washington touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick six for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick six in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Prater on to add the extra point. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now.
Falcons 21, Washington 14. Matt Prater set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So we will start here at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. From the gun, it's Trubisky. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And down he'll go at the 25.
Complete to Tom.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on third down.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Washington.
Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
A first throw for the backup Haskins. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Tyler Davison hauling it off the edge to sack him. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. Washington on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. And he finds McLaurin. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
And a Washington first down.
They'll run on first down. Gibson. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11.
Here's Haskins out of the gun. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Washington on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 11.
From the gun, it's Haskins. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it, Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Second and 9 now from the 21.
Field left, field left. Watch the slats, watch the slats. Switch. Alert.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. It appears he'll be a few inches short, so 9 yards on the gain officially, and it'll be 3rd down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Mike's 50. Oh, here we go.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Gurley. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 44-yard line.
2nd down at 7.
Hey, 18. You got tight. Right there. Shift. Watch twist.
Ito Smith, his first carry.
And he's going to be stopped close to the first down marker at Washington's 12-yard line.
38. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
3rd and 2.
The Falcons on 3rd down. Can't fault these numbers. 7 for 9 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They run. It's Gurley. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll move the chains.
At the 36-yard line.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Watch the ship. Alert 3. Under crunch. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Check.
And now with a play clock winding down, a whistle and possibly a false start. A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Another carry now for Gurley. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Jonathan Allen on the
call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now Trubisky. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Things just got interesting. They tried for the long field goal there to salt this one away. They don't get it, and now a little time for the other guys to mount a late drive.
Well, they thought their kicker would put it through the post and finish this one off. I'm sure they discussed pooch punting it and letting their defense take over. Well, the defense now has to make it stand up, but they didn't get the best field position because the ball comes back to the line of scrimmage.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
They'll set up the screen for Gibson.
And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a one-score game.
So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back.
And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On second down now, it's Gibson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 yards there, first down.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Washington.
They'll keep it on the ground. Gibson. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches.
Now we've got whistles here before the snap, and I believe this is going to be on Washington. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on second and inches. Back to throw. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
First down, Washington.
On play action, Haskins looking for the end zone. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down one. That extra point is not a gimme.
And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the fourth.
21 apiece. Matt Prater set to kick off.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They, of course, tie game, would like to avoid overtime if they could.
And a lot of people would go ahead and play it safe here and get to overtime and try and win it there. But, you know, sitting up here in the booth,
take some gambles.
I say let's go for this thing, try and push it, and maybe catch the defense back on their heels a bit.
See if they do that.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Here's Trubisky. A slant to Jones. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. Throwing now is Trubisky. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a second down.
At this stage, you've got to hustle, got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
In your face.
And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. Second and 5. Now it's Trubisky. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. 4 quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go.
How much fun is this for everyone who's watching the game? How much fun is it for us to see this one get an extra period to get settled?
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
3rd and 1, trying to keep this drive in overtime going. A big one coming up. Off the play fake. Here's Haskins.
And that one complete to Keene, the tight end.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A little surprise pays off on 3rd and 1. Pass instead of run. Gets him 15 yards. On 1st down, it's Gibson. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 47-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Haskins. This one caught by Davis. And down he goes at the 49. A 3-yard pickup. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Haskins. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Haskins to throw it. And he'll get this to Antonio Gibson complete. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. This has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Again, it's Haskins. Oh, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Part 1 is done, now part 2. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now what can Trubisky do here in overtime? And he'll be taken down across there in a 1st down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Barbados with the hustle pockets, LIDs. Distinctive destinations, all I want to see.
After the penalty, it's Smith. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Carrier. Darren Lee on the tackle. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd down at the 47-yard line.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. 2nd and 12.
Hey, tighten down. There you go. 50's the money. 50's the money. Hey, watch the lane.
Gurley.
Go, go, go.
And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. And play will be stopped here with 10 seconds remaining in overtime as they've called a timeout.
A gain of 3 brings up 3rd and 10.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. And that is incomplete. Well, how about this? The very, very rare tie that we just witnessed. Hard to believe.
You don't see it very often. A bonus period of football, yet both teams go home a little bit unsatisfied.
This one took us deep into the night, but in the end, after 5 quarters, we're unable to determine a winner.
Well, can I say it? I think it's a fair outcome with the kind of game that we had, pretty evenly matched. But here's where it gets tough. Because it was a night game, makes it much shorter on the turnaround, doesn't it? Especially for...
And all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter @EA Madden NFL. So long, everybody.